We are from Huron County, and we are in 7th grade, all 4 of us, and we attend Elkton, Pigeon, Bayport, Laker Junior High School, and our co-principal investigators are Chandler Furness, Sarah Hammond, and Chelsea Kotcher and Hallie Kime could not attend. And then the collaborators are myself, Hannah Hammond, and Nicholas Wuschlager.
The decalcified experiment bone will absorb the calcium in microgravity, and the decalcified control bone will absorb the calcium, increasing the bone's density. As you can see on the picture to the right, you'll see on the left the matrix of a normal bone. And if you look on the right, you will see the matrix of a bone with osteoporosis. We also won't cook the bone because cold makes the bone hard.
For our materials, we used buffered saline because at first we were going to use distilled water, but it is not neutral, and the buffered saline solution is. The vinegar, which we are using to decalcify the bone, will remove minerals from the bone, and it's like the blood without the correct, in a person without the correct amount of calcium in their diet. Also, the ex vivo, which is out of the chicken, so the dead cells, Gallus domesticus furcula, one section of the same bone for the control bone on Earth and one section for the experimental bone on ISS in microgravity. If we were to use different bones, it would add more variables. Then we also used natural spring valley calcium, which 600 milligrams, calcium carbonate, which with a pH of 6, which is slightly acidic.
Why bone density? Astronauts lose 15 to 30% of their bone density while in space. Osteoporosis is a major issue in modern spaceflight. Bones lose calcium. They become lighter and less dense, increasing the risk of breakage. Proving that a decalcified bone can absorb calcium will help improve astronaut health.
Our procedure. For step 1, we decided to weigh, measure, and micro-CT scan our control and experimental bones. For step 2, we are going to decalcify both bones in white distilled vinegar. And then for the third step, we will repeat step 1 and analyze our results. For step 4, we are going to soak the decalcified control and experimental bone in buffered saline calcium solution for the same amount of days as each bone in gravity and microgravity. And then for step 5, we will repeat step 1 again. And for step 6, we will compare the weights, measurements, and micro-CT scans. And then we will analyze the results from the control and experimental bones.
These are some of the facts we came along with bone loss in space. Astronauts face many problems such as osteoporosis. While in space, a proper diet and exercising helps protect astronauts' bones. On Earth, bone density is lost in microgravity. This process accelerates.
For our conclusion, without 1 g of gravity, the human skeleton loses bone mass or density at an accelerated rate. Calcium supplements help people on Earth. Perhaps they could help astronauts in microgravity. We are using sections from the same bone for the ground and flight experiment, ex vivo. Therefore, we will conduct the ground experiment closer to the flight to protect the integrity of the bone.
A special thanks to partnering organizations, Agri Valley Communications, Dow Agro Sciences, Huron Tool and Engineering, Huron Medical Center, Huron Intermediate School District, CASIS, Co-op Elevator, Harbor Beach Hospital, Laker Schools, Thumb National Bank, National Center for Earth and Space Science Education, and a special thanks to Dr. Goldstein and Mr. and Mrs. Dickens for letting this happen.
Are there any questions for the Huron team? I have a question while others are making their way to the microphone. When is your experiment going to fly?
Sometime in November.
So you're on the mission for
Yeah.
SpaceX 3 vehicle. So this was an experiment design overview. So any questions for this team?
Why would you choose chicken bone?
We decided to use the chicken bone because we knew that if you took the furcula of the chicken, you would be able to split it into 2 parts easily, and it would be able to fit into the nanotube.
Thank you.
I'm Grace Barnhart from Connecticut, and what other problems do astronauts face in space?
Well, like, astronauts lose a lot of bone density because if they don't exercise enough, and there's a lot less pressure on the brain, which doesn't tell the bone to heal if there's not enough gravity on it. So.
Well, let's thank the team from Huron County, Michigan.